on. You guys are getting ready. So before you file and stuff, go and get safety glasses if you don't have any, okay? I'm a certified welder. I'm a certified underwater welder. I'm certified on different kinds of plastic, and I've been doing it for 40 years, 40 some years. And Jared's my son, and he's been learning all these years, and he's got to be better at welding than me. So, and you know how he did that? He practiced, he paid attention, he did research, read books, did internet searches, went to the welding store, looked in books, did all sorts of things. And we're gonna be welding during build season, and you guys can see on the old robot where we've welded. We've welded wheel hubs together, we've welded bolts to things so we can hold panels up and plexiglass up, and we do all sorts of, every year we do something different. And you may not all get a chance to weld, but I'd say in the next couple of years you'll get a chance, and if you really like it, you can pursue it some more. Maybe if your dad has a welder, or you can convince him to get a welder, you can do it in the garage at home. It's fun, and you'll see, if you look around, you'll see this whole school's welded together. All these beams up above here are welded. There's welding everywhere. Our cars are all welded, and there's many different types of welding. We weld steel, we weld aluminum, stainless steel. There's all different kinds of plastic that we put together, and that's welded with heat. Sometimes actually friction. There's machines that rub two plastic pieces together so fast, causes friction and melts them together. A lot of the water piping that supplies water to your house has been welded and placed underground. So there's welding everywhere in all different kinds. And a lot of that plastic welding is done in cars too. If you look close at cars, you'll see areas where pieces were welded together, maybe underneath the dashboard. Nuts were welded to the dashboard so you could bolt the dashboard onto the car. So it's everywhere. And there's all different kinds of welding, like I said. I'll give you an example. I worked for SRP, and we had an emergency one day. We had to pull a well, and we had to make this piece so that we could hook up the well pump and put the new one back down. So there we go. We had to weld this piece together so you could hook up to the well pump and drop it down. This is soldering. This is also a kind of welding. And you heat everything, and then you clean it really good and put a flux on, and the flux helps the solder flow. And that's a type of welding. There's all kinds of welding. So if you guys get on the internet, you're going to find some really neat stuff. And I did a lot of orbital welding too, robotic welding at Motorola and Microchip and Intel and places like that. And that's a great field. It really is. So the actual weld is to me the easy part. There's all sorts of things that you have to do before and after the weld. You have to prep your metal. We'll have to file it real good and clean the area that we're going to weld real well. Because the cleaner it is, the better the weld that you get. So over on that table, after we're done with the demonstration, I want all you guys to go pick a couple pieces of metal, and you're going to weld them together. But you got to get gloves and safety glasses and be real careful, because there's real sharp metal over there, okay? And you're going to weld two pieces of metal and take that home. All right? And all those pieces over there have burrs on. So you have to file all burrs off. And what am I doing? Mr. Larson is wearing his gloves, isn't he? Should be wearing those. My hands are so calloused. It's almost like wearing gloves. So we're going to file all that stuff off. And let's say we have to weld a screwdriver onto this. And I don't know why, but maybe we have a robot where they want us to have a screwdriver right there. So we can can file and we can sand and do all sorts of prep work. And then you can weld this right on there. Right on there. You can do just about anything with welding. And you actually melt the pieces together and they're one piece. And there's different types. Most common is the stuff called wire feed. And this is probably the most common, and it's getting better and better and more common as we go. And this generates a whole bunch of electrons in here. And there's so many electrons that it comes out through this metal and it just melts stuff together. Okay, so we're going to do steel out here with this one. And then inside we're going to have, you'll see that in a little while, there's something called a spool gun. And you guys are going to weld aluminum with that. Come on around here and just take a look inside. And we use this almost every year. This is called a TIG welder. And there's a little tungsten there. And we have a foot pedal. And we turn this thing on and adjust our power. And then we hit that foot pedal and you can hear it start. And if I put it onto some kind of metal, it would start welding. And that's actually like almost like a foundry right here. This just, it melts just totally melts the metal together. This is one of the better ways of welding. I don't know, there's some of that up here. Some little, if you look later, you can see some little welds from the TIG welder on the stainless steel. And we rarely use this, but we have it if we need it. Okay, so going over by Jared, and you guys pick out a couple pieces, get safety glasses.